In a remote village nestled deep within the dense forests of northern England, there stood an ancient manor that had become the stuff of legend. Known to the locals as Blackwood Manor, its history was shrouded in mystery, and its sinister reputation had spread far and wide. Stories of ghosts, curses, and unspeakable horrors had haunted the area for generations. This is the legend of Blackwood Manor. The history of Blackwood Manor could be traced back to the 18th century when it was built by a wealthy nobleman, Lord Geoffrey Blackwood. The grand estate was intended to be a symbol of his power and prestige, a place where he could entertain the most important guests from across the country. Lord Blackwood was known for his ruthless demeanor and had made many enemies during his lifetime. As the story goes, he was rumored to have struck a dark deal with a mysterious woman who claimed to possess supernatural abilities. She was known as Madeline, the sorceress of the woods. Madeline was a recluse who lived deep within the heart of the forest. She was said to be able to communicate with the spirits of the dead and wield dark magic. In exchange for her services, Lord Blackwood agreed to pay her handsomely and grant her access to the vast library of his manor. As Lord Blackwood's power grew, so did the rumors of the manor's secrets. It was whispered that Madeline had placed a curse upon Blackwood Manor, one that would bring misfortune and death to anyone who resided there. Shortly after the completion of Blackwood Manor, strange occurrences began to plague the estate. Servants reported hearing disembodied whispers in the dead of night, and eerie apparitions were spotted in the hallways. The once majestic gardens turned overgrown and wild, and the grand ballroom, once filled with joyous laughter, became a place of sorrow and dread. The curse also seemed to affect Lord Blackwood himself. He grew increasingly paranoid, and his obsession with the supernatural consumed him. He spent long hours in the library, poring over forbidden texts and consulting Madeline on the most arcane matters. It was not long before tragedy struck. Lord Blackwood's only daughter, Amelia, mysteriously disappeared one fateful night. The entire household was in disarray, searching every nook and cranny of the manor, but she was never found. It was as if she had been swallowed by the darkness itself. The disappearance of his beloved daughter broke Lord Blackwood's spirit. He withdrew from the world and retreated deeper into the manor. His health deteriorated rapidly, and it wasn't long before he died under mysterious circumstances, with no one at his side but the enigmatic sorceress, Madeline. After Lord Blackwood's death, the manor fell into disrepair. It was left abandoned, shunned by the villagers who believed the curse still clung to the place. Blackwood Manor became a symbol of dread and despair, a place where no sane person would dare to set foot. Years turned into decades, and the legend of Blackwood Manor only grew. Locals told stories of seeing lights flicker in the windows at night and hearing the anguished cries of a young girl echoing from within. It was said that Amelia's spirit was trapped in the manor, forever searching for her father. The legend attracted the curious and the foolhardy alike, with some attempting to spend a night in the cursed mansion to prove their bravery. None of them ever returned to tell the tale. The manor had become a place of unspeakable horror, with each dark corner hiding a new nightmare. In the present day, a team of paranormal investigators decided to take on the challenge of unraveling the mystery of Blackwood Manor. Their team consisted of seasoned professionals who had faced countless supernatural phenomena and emerged unscathed. They were determined to put an end to the legend and uncover the truth behind the curse. Their investigation began at dusk, as the sun set behind the looming forest. Armed with cameras, recorders, and other tools of their trade, they cautiously entered the decaying mansion. The atmosphere was heavy with an unnatural chill, and the air seemed to whisper with the voices of the past. As the night wore on, the investigators began to experience strange and terrifying events. Shadows moved on their own, objects levitated, and unexplained voices filled the air. They could feel the malevolent presence of something lurking in the shadows, watching their every move. The team eventually made their way to the long-forgotten library, where Lord Blackwood had made his dark deals with Madeline. It was there that they encountered her spirit, a wraith-like figure, shrouded in darkness. Her eyes glowed with an otherworldly light, and her voice was a chilling whisper that seemed to come from the very depths of the earth. Madeline revealed the true nature of the curse she had placed on Blackwood Manor. She had sacrificed her own soul to the spirits of the forest, binding them to the manor in eternal torment. The curse would only be broken when someone willingly took her place as the guardian of the forest, ensuring that the spirits would no longer be enslaved to the manor. Amelia's spirit, still searching for her father, appeared to the investigators. She implored them to help her break the curse, to release the spirits from their suffering. The investigators, touched by the tragic tale of Amelia and the forest spirits, made a fateful decision. With heavy hearts, the investigators agreed to help Amelia and the forest spirits. They conducted a ritual, invoking the ancient powers that Madeline had once wielded. The ritual was fraught with danger, as the malevolent spirits of the forest fought back with all their might. In a climactic battle between light and darkness, the investigators succeeded in breaking the curse. The malevolent spirits were banished from the manor, and Madeline's spirit was freed from her torment. The manor, once shrouded in darkness, was bathed in a radiant light, and the overgrown gardens began to flourish once more. Amelia's spirit, finally at peace, thanked the investigators and bid them farewell. With the curse broken, Blackwood Manor was no longer a place of dread and despair. It was a testament to the power of love and sacrifice, a reminder that even the most sinister legends could be conquered. The legend of Blackwood Manor, once a tale of horror and despair, was now a story of redemption and hope. The manor was restored to its former glory, and its dark past was all but forgotten. The village, once haunted by fear, could now sleep soundly, knowing that the curse had been vanquished. As for the investigators, they had faced the supernatural and emerged victorious. They had put an end to a legend that had terrified generations and had given peace to the spirits of the forest. The legend of Blackwood Manor would live on, but as a story of courage and triumph over the darkness that had once consumed it. And so, in the heart of the northern English forest, the ancient manor stood as a testament to the power of love, sacrifice, and the indomitable spirit of humanity. The legend of Blackwood Manor would live on, not as a tale of fear, but as a story of redemption and hope for generations to come.